in the previous video, I discussed the OSI model, the overview of the OSI model. Now to learn the order of the layers, that which layer comes first, that is the physical layer, then the data link layer. There are two sentences to learn the order. Like all, the first sentence is all people seems to need data processing. सबसे पहले आएगी that is the physical layer. The first is the physical layer. Take the initial, the first letter of every word. Physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and then the application layer. Read it this way. This is the first sentence. You can use it to learn the order of the layers. The other sentence is, please do not throw sausage pizza away. In this, read it in this way, that is the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and the application layer. So these two sentences are there to just memorize the order of the layers. Now, we have already discussed the overview of the OSI model, that there are 7 layers and so on. Now I will discuss the application layer. In the OSI model, this is the 7th layer or the last layer. We move from bottom to top. This is the topmost layer of the OSI model layer, that is the application layer. The application layer enables the user could be anything, user could be a human or a software that helps to access the network. Means it helps the human or the software to access the network. If I am browsing anything on the internet, it means application layer is helping me to access or browse that particular topic. It provides user interfaces and services to the user. Services like the electronic mail, or if I am transferring the file, or the shared database management, etc. All these services are provided by the application layer, and it also provides the interfaces through which I can use or access these services. Now this layer is at the highest level of the OSI model and the 7th layer. So it is closest to the user. This layer is closest to the user, as you can see here, that this is host A. Host A, that I am sitting here, I am the user. So if I am doing anything on the computer, accessing the network, the first layer I will access is the application layer. So this layer is closest to the end user, which means that both the application layer of the OSI model and the user are directly interacting with each other through the software applications. And the applications could be anything like, for example, the browsers, the Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, etc., Skype, Messenger, Google Mail, etc. There are many applications in your mobile or your computer. So through these applications, I interact with the application layer. Suppose if I am accessing the internet, if I am accessing internet through a web browser like Mozilla Firefox, it means there are several protocols which are provided by the application layer, which are helping me to access these services. The protocols are many on this layer. There are many protocols on the application layer, like let me write the names, like SMTP, HTTP, FTP, POP3, SNMP, etc. There is X.400 or X.500. There are so many protocols on this layer which helps in accessing these services. Simple mail transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, file transfer protocol, etc. So there are many protocols which helps in accessing the network. But how the particular application program is interpreting the data is outside the scope of the OSI model. How the data is interpreted is not in the scope of the OSI model. It only helps in accessing the data and for displaying the received information to the user. Received information से क्या मतलब है? That is, if I am sending an email or a file to you from host A, computer A, it will, by going through several layers, it will reach to your computer here on the application layer. On your computer, there is also an application layer which will display, which will help to display the received file which I have sent you, which will help you, which will help to display the received information or the file to you or to the other user. The various services provided by the application layer are the various services. First is network virtual terminal. First service provided by this layer is the network virtual terminal. It is a terminal. This terminal is a software version of a physical terminal. Virtual means that physically do not, anything which does not exist physically. So it is a virtual terminal which is not existing physically, and it allows a user to log on to a remote host. Means I can log in to the other system, or if I say I can log into your system, if you are sitting in Chandigarh and I am in Delhi, so I can log into your computer as an authorized user without being present at your home, without being present at your system. You are in the other city, I am in the other city, and still I can log into your computer as an authorized user. So this is the remote host because the network virtual terminal is being established. And for that login, Telnet is used. This remote login helps the employees to work off-site from home, or they can work from any other location. They might be sitting at home and doing their office work. They can log into their office network or the computer in their office. And for this, there are many software which allows to control remotely on any other computer. There are softwares like AnyDesk, then Log Me, InPro, or VNC Connect, etc. There are many softwares to log in, means I can remotely control your computer by installing these software. But for network virtual terminal, Telnet is used. And I can access your home computer from a remote location which is far away from my place. Now the next service by the application layer is file transfer, access and management. File transfer, access and management. This is the other service which is provided by the application layer. This service allows a user to access files in a remote host. Means if I am accessing the files from your computer and I can access the files from your computer with the help of these various softwares, and I'm accessing that file to read or to make any changes. So accessing or for transferring or managing all the files or all the data on your computer. So all these services are provided by the application layer. Third is mail services. This provides the basis for email forwarding and storage. I can store and forward the emails with this service. And the last is directory services. It helps in accessing the global information about various objects and services. That is, the directory service is a collection of software and the processes. It does or it provides mapping between the network resources and the network addresses. Means I can access the network and the mapping between the network resources. There are various network resources and the network addresses is being mapped with the help of the directory services. The example is DNS. DNS, that is domain name system, provided by the domain name server. It is a very wide topic. I will cover up in the other video. Domain name server is like, it is internet equivalent of a phone book, as we all have a phone book. So DNS is like internet equivalent, which is equivalent to a phone book. So these are the services provided by the application layer. Now we will study the presentation layer. Presentation layer is the sixth layer of the OSI model. It is the sixth layer of OSI model. As you can see here in the diagram, it is the sixth layer. We will be discussing this layer. Earlier we discussed the application layer. We write the message here, which comes to the presentation layer. Now what happens to that message we will study. Now presentation layer is concerned with syntax and semantics of the information exchanged between two systems. That is, when two systems or two computers exchange the information, they must follow syntax and semantics. You already know what is syntax. Syntax is the grammar or the structure of the language. That is the rules. Suppose and then semantics. Semantics is the meaning of the sentence. That is the sentence has valid meaning or not. Suppose x plus plus. If I write x plus plus and then semicolon, this statement is correct syntactically. Means syntax is correct because there it is one variable which is declared before, then the increment operator, and then the semicolon. So syntactically this statement is correct. If suppose this x is a float data type, then there will be an error. This statement has no meaning according to the C language. So this statement is syntactically correct, but semantically it is not correct. It will give an error. So this is syntax and semantic. Thus, whenever two systems exchange information, they must follow syntax and semantics, which is the responsibility or of the presentation layer. Now, before going to the responsibilities, look at the diagram, this diagram. This data, it receives, this is the presentation layer. This is the presentation layer. So this whole data, this data unit, this part, this data unit is received from the application layer. So when this message or the data unit comes to the application layer, it processes it. Processes means it will do translation, encryption, decryption, compression, etc. It will process this data unit and add an header to it. Here I have written H6. H is for the header, and 6, it represents that this header is of the 6th layer. Because presentation layer is the 6th layer of OSI, that is why H6. Now presentation layer will add an additional header to this data unit. Header and tailors are also there. Tailors are put this side, which we will study in the data link layer. So headers and the tailors include the information like for the error detection, source destination address, synchronization points, etc. So the control information is added in the header part. So, and this header is added at the each layer of the OSI model. There are various layers, the header will be added at the presentation layer also, session layer, transport layer, network layer. All the layers will add their headers to add some control information. So presentation layer will also add this header, and this header will be removed at the corresponding layer of the receiver. It means कि यहाँ पर here the header was added at the sender's machine, and when it will reach to the destination, to the receiver machine, and here the presentation layer will remove this header. The presentation layer at the receiving machine will remove this header. So let's now come to the responsibility. Okay, then header is added to the presentation layer, and this whole data unit, including the header, will be transferred to the next layer below it, which is the session layer. Now we will come to the responsibilities. First responsibility is translation. Translation, general meaning is to translate something, that is to convert something. So different computers uses different encoding methods. Encoding means converting data from one form to another. So suppose if I am writing a WhatsApp message to you, I am sending the message, hello, how are you? I am WhatsApping this message. This message will be written at which layer? This message will be written through the various softwares or the application programs at the application layer. Hello, how are you? I will write here on the application layer, and this message will come, the data unit will come to the presentation layer. Now, before being transmitted, this being transmitted to the destination, it should be converted into the bit strings. This message is in the character strings, or it could be in numbers also. So this character string should be transmitted or changed into the bit string. Okay. So there are various encoding methods to do so. Suppose if I say that this is me, the sender, and this is you, the receiver. Okay. And my computer uses the ASCII encoding method, and your computer uses EBCDIC encoding method. Means different encoding methods are being used by you and me, our computers. So here presentation layer, what the presentation layer will do, presentation layer will change the ASCII code into the common format. किसी common format में change कर देगी, and then this common format at the receiving computer will be changed to EBCDIC code. Okay, EBCDIC format. So that is the presentation layer changes the sender dependent format. Sender dependent format is ASCII code to the receiver dependent format, that is the EBCDIC code. This is translation from one form to another form. It is like if I speak and understand only Hindi language and you understand Tamil, then there must be a translator to translate Hindi to Tamil or Tamil to Hindi for us to communicate and understand. So this translation is being done at the presentation layer. Next responsibility is encryption and decryption. Now sensitive information travels on the internet. Sensitive information like the credit card numbers, OTP, passwords, online transaction, etc. are sent in an encrypted form. Encrypted form may they travel on the internet. That is the form which is not readable by any other person. Only the authorized person can read it. So encryption means converting from plain text to the ciphertext. Ciphertext means the coded form, just to protect the data from unauthorized access. Obviously, you would like that other people don't see your personal or the sensitive data. For that, the data is encrypted. At the sender side, it is encrypted. Sender side पर it will be encrypted, and at the receiver side, it is decrypted. Decrypted means that is converting from the coded form to the normal form which is understandable by the receiver. Now, these algorithms of encryption and decryption are in the particular application program, not in the operating system. Application programs like State Bank app, that is the SBI app, Amazon app, Indian Bank app, etc. All these apps has these encryption and decryption algorithms, because it is their choice which encryption method they are choosing to encrypt and decrypt. It is not in the operating system. Now the last responsibility is the compression. Data compression means reducing the number of bits in information. We will reduce the number, but why this is done? It is done to save the storage capacity, speed up the file transfer, and decrease cost for storage hardware, etc. So there are various compression techniques to do or to compress the data. So these are the major 3 responsibilities of the presentation layer.